episode of Witticism. I'm Mary.
And I'm Brandon, bringing you the news that matters the most around the globe. An unborn baby in Beijing, China is said to have kicked a hole through her mother's uterus. Reports say the baby then peeked out and yelled, "It's goo! Goo caca!"
A Slovenian woman took home an award for her art project in which she fertilized her own eggs with cells from her pet dog. This prompted one Dr. Frankenstein to stand up and shake his fist, shouting, "So when I stitch together parts to recreate life, you send an angry mob after me to destroy my unholy abomination. But when she does it, it's art. Where the heck was my trophy? I tried this 2 centuries ago."
A hotel in Wales claims to have the most haunted public toilet in the country. I bet it has nothing on my toilet the morning after our cruise taco night a couple of weeks ago. It still haunts me.
A candidate running for mayor in Phoenixville promised to get the police department drug-sniffing bunnies after falling for an April Fool's joke made by police in New York. It's a shame, really. I can see the little police bunnies now, dressed in their little police coats and hats, mouse-sized handcuffs with cute names like Drugs Bunny, Robert Rabbit, and well, I can't think of any others.
A Minnesota man was found to have kept his dead brother and mother's corpses in his house for over a year. Apparently, he stated that their deaths were so traumatizing he couldn't report them to the authorities. It is assumed that he kept the bodies in normal areas like sitting on the couch or at the table, and he moved the bodies if they were in the way. Personally, I can't really imagine being so inconvenienced by dead bodies that I would have them moved from place to place instead of, oh, I don't know, just calling a coroner.
After 40 years of expressed hate towards Jews, gays, and race in general, white supremacist Kevin Wilshaw announced that he is leaving his neo-Nazi ways. After departing from supremacist past, he admitted to his Jewish heritage and came out as gay. When asked about his switch from an extremist lifestyle to a more progressive side of society, he stated, "If you can't beat him, join him."
A Halloween store recently removed an Anne Frank costume from their site after being told it was insensitive. They've since removed other possibly offensive costumes, including Sexy Hitler and Melania Trump dressed as Princess Leia in that slave bikini.
Have you ever wondered how dolphins get down and dirty? Well, we will know soon enough, seeing as a scientists have chosen figuring out how dolphin sex works. So far, studies have found that dolphin-style, reverse dorsal, and the classic use of the blowhole have been the most popular positions amongst the animals.
Saudi Arabian scientists have created a new form of intelligence through a robot named Sophia. After her revealing, she was almost immediately given Saudi citizenship, the first robot to attain that status. But Sophia is causing some controversy in the Middle East. She is recognized as a woman and looks like one, yet she doesn't have to cover up with a hijab. And she is allowed to be left unattended, unlike any other woman in Saudi Arabia. Pretty scary to think that one day a robot could have more rights than... Wait, does that mean the apocalypse is coming?
PennDOT, a state organization known mainly for placing strange, unnecessary orange barrels on the side of the road, was offered free beer as an incentive to finish roadwork. When looking further into the issue, we found out that those strange orange barrels are kegs and the workers have been drinking on the job this whole time.
A man by the name of Malcolm Applegate became so fed up with his nagging wife that he decided to hide in a forest for 10 years. After coming out of hiding and reunited with his wife, he seemed hopeful that things would change for them, until his wife promptly asked, "Where have you been? Did you meet someone else? You never took out the trash before you went off to hide. Did you at least bring back some milk? Or maybe some cigarettes? You never think of anyone but yourself."
Pole dancing is now considered a sport by the international sports body. Opening the question, could it be an Olympic sport? Personally, I don't see why not. I'm sure there would be a decent spectator turnout, and personally, I would love to bring home a gold medal for dancing on a gold pole.
A local pimp, Sweet Swish, has threatened to sue a newspaper over them ruining his good reputation. When asked what that reputation was, Sweet replied, "They said my girl's rates were higher than other competitors," which is completely false. Plus, we even price match. Sounds like Sweet is the Walmart of pimps.
A family camping in the Scottish Highlands was stranded after they lost their canoe. They called Mountain Rescue, and the family was arranged to be picked up by none other than the Hogwarts Express, or at least the train used in the Harry Potter movies. When we were 11, all we wanted was to get a letter from Hogwarts, and it turns out we didn't even have to be wizards. We should have just stranded ourselves in the middle of Scottish nowhere, and that's where I'm going now.
That's all the time we have for tonight. Brandon, and that was Mary. You stay spooky, Indiana.
Hey guys, I'm Pope, and I'm your host for E&B's Weekly Movie Review. Each week, I'll bring you my opinion on the most recent and hottest films in theaters and new to DVD. E&B airs every Tuesday at 10 p.m. on IUP TV, Channel 20. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at ENB_IUPTV, and keep an eye out on our Facebook page for some weekly behind-the-scenes photos and updates for the show. Tune in next week for my movie reviews. See you then.
Hey guys, welcome back to this week's Halloween edition of Reality Check. This week we're going to share some Halloween do's and don'ts, iconic celeb costumes, and the best go-to Halloween accessories for when you're in a quick stitch. First things first, Halloween do's and Halloween don'ts. Do communicate with your friends over who is being what. There is nothing more embarrassing than walking into a Halloween party and seeing 4 people wearing the same costume as you. Did you mean to dress up as quintuplets? I didn't think so. Don't dress for comfort. This is Halloween, the one day of year you can wear anything you want and you'll most likely get a compliment on it instead of being slut-shamed for once. Take advantage of this. No one wants to see you in your Skechers shape-ups. I want to hear you crying because your 6-inch heels has dug so deep that you can see your Achilles tendon. Now that's spooky. Do have the perfect Instagram shot. You didn't just spend $125 on the cutest Playmate bunny costume for none of your followers to see. Plus, Hugh Hefner just died a couple weeks ago. You being a bunny is like the perfect memorial service for him, and you will gain at least 15 new followers and bring in those extra likes. It's a win-win-win. Don't have a costume so specific that no one knows what you are. I'm a big fan of recreation and original costumes, but if it isn't relevant enough, you'll look like someone in weird clothes that got lost and ended up at this Halloween party. Take it from that guy that dressed up as Ryan Seacrest. I looked like every other celebrity in Hollywood, and no one was impressed with my explanation. Lastly, do have fun. Let your creativity shine and be whatever you want to be. It's a holiday, meant to be as sweet as candy, so don't be a razor blade stuck inside the apple. So now that I helped you with your costumes, let's take a trip down memory lane and check out some celeb costumes. My personal top 5, if you would. Number 5, this spot has to go to Iggy Azalea in her White Chicks costume. The internet gave the rapper from Down Under the idea by flooding the internet with memes comparing Iggy to the White Chicks women. I mean, I love a good costume and a good humor, especially one that makes fun of yourself. Unlike your rapping career, this one gets an A+ Ig. Number 4 has to go to my girl Heidi Klum with her Jessica Rabbit costume. This is a perfect example of a classic character that was relevant enough for her to pull off without looking like a Party City costume. Hell, she didn't even look like herself. Becoming someone else is the essence of Halloween. And girl, you hit it on the head. Number 3, I give this place to Katy Perry in her Flaming Hot Cheeto costume. This list is completely biased and is based off my favorite snack. Certainly, she doesn't taste like it, but it's okay. You almost ruined Hot Flaming Cheetos for me. But I respect your attempt, and that's why you made this list. Also, props for mocking our current president before it was even cool. Number 2, and this was a very tough decision, But it goes to Christina Aguilera's costume from Kylie Jenner. That dirty recreation was almost an exact match to the leather chaps that Xtina wore herself back in the day. And the iconic black and blonde hair to match was the cherry on top of the cake. Nobody loves a good throwback more than me, so seeing a current icon recreate an ex-icon, just so yummy. And the #1 iconic celebrity costume goes to the family of Neil Patrick Harris. From Alice in Wonderland to Star Wars, they've done it all while including their kids. It's the first photo I look for every Halloween. It's truly iconic and truly goals. Goop costumes are so tricky, and if you can pull it off with tiny little cranky humans, then you are a Halloween hero. So before I leave you, I'm going to give you a little more advice on making a good costume. If you're a chronic procrastinator, then these are the tips for you, baby girl. Duh, the obvious, animal ears. Throughout the years, animal ears have been the #1 reoccurring trend. They allow you to show as much skin as you want while still conveying what you're supposed to be. Pair these suckers with a low-cut top, some pumps, and some creative makeup. It won't make your mom proud, but it'll definitely get you into Theta Chi. If animal ears aren't your thing, try a bandana. It has multiple possibilities for any gender. You could be a gardener, a biker, a robber, a hipster. The option is yours to make. It's such a versatile piece of cloth that can tie any costume together. Literally. This one isn't for everyone, but there's nothing like changing your hair up for a costume. So get some hair that isn't yours. There's nothing that says, I make bad choices, more than having someone else's hair clipped into your scalp. Or better yet, go the opposite and get yourself a bald cap. Throw on a hoodie, carry around a baby doll, add an umbrella, and boom, you're mid-breakdown 2007 Britney Spears. That's a guaranteed party hit, especially if you hit a window. Something every true Halloween fan needs is a bodysuit. You can use this for the basis of millions of costumes. OMG, if you pair it with those extensions and those ears that I just talked about, it's a truly yet iconic, easy look. Chic Bunny, Jessica Rabbit, literally any fictional animal you want. Any of them. Well, I'm all out of tips, but I hope you found something that will make your Halloween special. Thanks for tuning into this special Halloween edition this week. I hope your costume is extra spooktacular. I'm Kane, and this was your reality check.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da dee da dee dee da dee dee da dee da dee dee da dee dee da dee dee da dee dee da 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 dee da dee dee da dee dee da dish dee da dee dee da dee dee da dee da dee dee da 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 dee da dee da dee da dee da dee dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da 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 dee da dee da da. Oh my God. Dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da 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 dee da dee da dee da dee da dee. Presenting Schizophrenia!
We need an idea. So let's go through some things. How about a group of kids that hunt for ghosts?
Welcome back to another story time with Grandma Bertha. Today I have a wonderful story for you kids, so let's get started. Shorty Crunk, so fresh, so clean. And can she bang? That question been harassing me. In the mind, this girl is fine. I done came to the club about 5,011 times. Now, can I play with your panty line? $369. Dang, she fine. Hoping she can sock it to me one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low. to the window, to the wall, till the sweat dropped down my ball, till all the ladies crawl, till all ski ski mother suckers, all ski ski a god dang, till all ski ski mother suckers, all ski ski a god dang. And that's all the time we have for story time tonight, boys and girls. I hope you've had a wonderful time. We'll see you next week.
Hey guys, I'm Haley.
I'm Kane.
Hi, I'm Haley.
And you're watching Witticism.
You're watching Witticism.
And you're watching Witticism.
Our viewers already think I have chlamydia.
Honestly, like, this isn't funny, but like, death scares me.
So naturally, I'm scared of a lot of things. The dark.
I'm like afraid of getting old and dying.
I am deathly afraid of wrinkles. Like, I don't want to get old. I don't want to look old. I moisturize my face at least twice a day, like once in the morning and once at night.
Aye, lass, there ain't nothing that scares me. I've scoured the 7 seas and fought many a fearsome sea monster. I fear nothing, except for those Charmin bears from the toilet paper commercials. They're creepy.
Student debt.
Social situations, that's a big one.
I'm really afraid of failure. Like, I'm so afraid that I'm gonna like go out into the real world after college and just like be homeless.
My future. All of it. And I think about it a lot. I have a lot of nightmares, but it's something I live with daily. And you probably don't see it on my face, and you definitely don't see it on my Instagram feed. Halloween costumes are something that you wear like badges. You're either proud of them or you're not.
One thing I would try to maybe dress up as is maybe the creature from Rocky Horror. If anyone knows any gold booty shorts, hit me up. I would really appreciate that. I have a good donk and I need to accessorize it.
I've been Miley Cyrus. I've been a caveman. I've been a sexy nerd.
When I was a little girl, I was Bubbles the Powerpuff Girl for 3 whole years. By the 3rd year, the mask didn't fit, so my mother painted my face.
I had this hand-me-down clown costume from my aunt, and it was the ugliest thing. But I didn't want to tell her that because I didn't want to be mean. So I wore it to school, and at my elementary school, we did like Halloween parades where everyone walked around. And I remember I was walking and I was in my clown costume, and this one kid literally looked at me and then jumped and screamed that like he was like, this guy was like scared of me. He like jumped and like screamed and he was like, oh, there's a clown. And I was like 8 years old, so it like really hurt my feelings.
Okay, so when I was like a kid, my mom was really creative with Halloween costumes for us. So I was like one of the Dalmatians from like 101 Dalmatians, or I was always something really cute. Like I was an adorable little kid, so I always looked really cute.
So I used to go as a zombie, and I had a whole bunch of tether clothes, with fake blood. It looked okay.
Every costume's made me a better person. It's brought me experiences. Miley Cyrus brought me a feeling that I've never felt. I imagine it was the high from coke as such from the costume that brought me. I didn't do the coke. The costume just made me feel like I did coke. And then there was the caveman costume, which made me feel a little old, but I felt empowered. Like the first invented wheel, I just kept moving forward. And then the nerd, I just finally felt smart and I got a 4.0, but just in my hopes, not in real life.
And then as I got older, I would be things like, I remember one year I was like a punk rocker and I thought I was so cool. And like my mom would do my makeup all like dark and I just felt like a grown up, and now I look back and it's like way too much makeup for an 8-year-old. And then like recently as I've gotten older, I'm really like, I procrastinate everything. So I never think of my Halloween costumes until like the day of. So that's definitely been like something that I struggle with, because like thrown together costumes are never that good. So like freshman year of college, I was a Penn State football player, so I just like threw on a jersey and like some knee-high socks and like go long. And then the other night, freshman year, I was like a cat, like a cheetah or whatever, but I wore all black and just had like spots on my face and ears. Like really lame and really basic.
I'm up for all creativity when it comes to costumes. I mean, if you go ahead and you just kind of like go all out, that's the day. I mean, you're supposed to be creative as hell. If you're not creative, then it's like, what was the point of going out? I mean, you don't want to be like, I'm a mouse, duh, and you only have just a mouse ears and like a short black dress. Like I've seen people be a giant walking chicken. I've seen people be a ballot sign. People have been, what, Britney Spears both before and after 2007.
But last year I was Dorothy, and I thought that was pretty cute. But yeah, and then on Halloween, you're gonna see like a variety of different costumes. You're gonna see some people dressed up as like some really cool and creative things, which I couldn't tell you what, because if I could tell you something cool and creative, it's probably what I would be doing, but I have nothing.
So when I'm walking outside on Halloween, there are multiple things I don't like to see. One, don't offend anyone. And I don't mean like, oh my gosh, it's 2017 offend. Like, be anything you want, but like, don't be like offensive. You know what I mean? Like, just don't. Be nice, be kind, be nice with your costume.
And then you're gonna see a lot of like really, really basic costumes. So you're gonna see like girls dressed up like Playboy bunnies. Like now that like Hef died, everyone's gonna be a Playboy bunny this year. We're still seeing so many people that like dress up in the Purge stuff, and like that's super basic.
This year, I'm doing the Purge. I'm gonna be one of those Purge people with my friend.
Yeah, and then like guys typically just wear like jerseys, like their normal party apparel, and it works for Halloween. It's like lame.
Also, I feel bad for anyone this Halloween because it looks like the weather is going to be terrible, and that means all those little kids are going to have to wear the stupid winter costumes over their clothing. Oh, what are you supposed to be? Oh, I'm just Superman if he was vacationing in the Alps.
Honestly, I looked like a clown as a kid, so the costume really didn't like change my appearance that much.
No one wants to walk around and see you wearing a poncho and a sombrero. Like, it's a little offensive. Like, it's not funny. Like, if you're... Don't be mean.
When I was in 8th grade, I wanted to throw a Halloween party with all of my friends and have like a costume party and stuff. And then something happened. So we were all like 13 at this time. And something happened and like a rumor kind of got spread that like I wanted to like drink and stuff at this party. But I was like 13 years old at the time and like didn't really care about that too much yet. So like no one's parents were gonna let them come to my Halloween party, and it was just like really devastating. But no one had a Halloween party that year. So it wasn't like someone like sabotaged my party so they could have theirs. It was just like a cheap shot at my Halloween party. So I like hung out with my friends at home, like we trick-or-treated, but like we didn't drink like the parents thought we were going to. That was depressing.
Halloween parties are the place to have the time of your life. You're gonna go there, you're gonna see a bunch of various people. Let me explain them. There's gonna be a lot of people around the alcohol. Those are the people you don't really wanna talk to. They're gonna get very drunk very quickly. They're not gonna leave the alcohol. They're gonna guard it. You have to be very nice to these people because they're around the alcohol.
You're definitely gonna see some chick like drinking something out of a pumpkin, and if you're lucky, she'll be drinking it out of a jack-o'-lantern with like the face facing her, and she'll just spill it all over her body before it gets into her mouth. I've seen that happen once before, and it was incredible.
So be nice. There's gonna be other people though. There's gonna be the girls that talk too loud. Too loud. Don't be nice to them, because they're too loud. You wanna tell them to shut up, but you're not going to because you're too scared. So you're gonna walk around the house, you're gonna see other girls, you're gonna see the girls that are really, really ugly, the girls that somehow got the confidence to come out. Congratulate them. Be nice, bring their self-esteem up. Don't let them know they're the ugly girls. Bring their confidence up, be nice, you were once the ugly girl.
I went to one that we played a game of manhunt, and I had just broke my ankle, so I couldn't really run. That didn't end very well.
You're gonna see some guys, avoid the ones that aren't dressed up. They don't know how to have fun. They're like, ha ha ha, I came as myself. Unoriginal, blocked, unfollowed, no DMs for you. Find the guys that are in cute costumes, like Batman maybe, but You don't want superhero costumes are like,
Batman, alone.
because like if they have a sidekick and they don't have a sidekick, like you can tell they're alone then.
Robin's a wimp. Didn't want to come out.
Do you want someone who's alone?
Stick with the rum. And don't go off with any last dressed as a vampire. She's not going to suck your blood, she's going to...
And then you're just gonna walk around the party. There's gonna be girls throwing up already, believe me. Don't judge them. You will be them one day. There's gonna be lots of other girls too, and lots of other guys. Be nice to them all, except the ones that are dressed up as Donald Trump.
No ghosts will take me. I have an aunt and uncle, they own a farm, and sometimes I go and work there in the summer, and I've always felt very comfortable there. It used to be a Civil War hospital, and supposedly some guy is buried under the basement. I don't know. But one night, when I was about 18 and working on the farm, I got up in the middle of the night to walk the plank, as it were, use the bathroom. And I came back, and I laid down, and it got real cold, even though the air conditioning was no longer on, and it was summer. And I felt air on my face, and then I heard my name in my ear. And these days, I have to drink at least 3 of these before I can get to bed.
Iggy Azalea in her white chicks costume. The internet Didn't think so. Don't dress for comfort. Oh, can we redo that? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, I should have been Elvis. I could have done my hair like huge.
Any don'ts or like what kind of costumes do you wear?
Whew, okay. Hey guys, welcome back to this week's special Halloween edition of Reality Check. This week we're gonna share some Halloween. Start over, please. I said share, like share, and it made me laugh. So take off all your clothes. I am getting so. I've been listening to a lot of old R&B lately.
Do you think that shot?
Ew, excuse me, that was really gross.
Ask Haley. Oh, she.
Love me. Graham, stop complaining about your crotch.
He told me to ask you.
Bet you forgot I was a boy.
Yeah.
Reminder, I burp.
We're good.
Oh, damn it, that was on camera. Fuck.
What?
That burp. Hey guys, welcome. Hey. Thank you, I need to. Like, I need to mean it next time you say it. I knew we could, that's why I let myself, like, have a moment.
Yep, that's about it.